Hollywood isn't just about red carpets and box office hits anymore. It's a high-stakes arena where the most powerful stars aren't just actors, but entrepreneurs, investors, and empire builders. The paychecks may grab headlines, but behind the scenes, there are game-changing deals, clever negotiations, and money moves that would impress Wall Street. These aren't just celebrities. They're corporate powerhouses with personal brands worth hundreds of millions. So, who's leading the charge? Who's earning the biggest checks while expanding their reach far beyond the big screen? Today, we're going deep, deeper than ever before, into the top 5 highest paid actors of 2025. We're unpacking their biggest roles, the massive back-end deals, the savvy investments, and how each one has turned stardom into generational wealth. Some names you expect, some moves you won't believe, and by the end, you'll realize that in modern Hollywood, it's not just about who gets cast, it's about who calls the shots. Number 5. Will Smith, the master of reinvention. Estimated earnings, $70 million. At number 5, Will Smith continues to show the world that no matter how the industry changes, he adapts, evolves, and stays on top. With over 3 decades in comedy, the game, Smith has done more than just the star in blockbuster films. He's rebranded himself into a media empire. Smith's rise began with The Fresh Prince, but he didn't stop at sitcom stardom. He became a global A-lister with hits like Independence Day, Men in Black, and I Am Legend. But behind the camera, that's where his real empire was built. Today, Smith runs Westbrook Inc, a powerhouse production company responsible for content that spans films, TV, streaming, and social media. It's not just a vanity company, it's a content factory. But he didn't stop there. Will's also invested in tech startups, esports, and digital media platforms, understanding where the future of entertainment and money is headed. His viral content across YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok has turned him into a digital icon, bringing in 7-figure brand deals and launching merchandise lines and original shows. Through personal ups and public controversies, Smith has managed to flip the narrative again and again. That's his superpower, reinvention. Every time people think his star is fading, he finds a new way to dominate the cultural conversation and the business boardroom. Number 4. Vin Diesel, the Fast and Furious money machine. Estimated earnings, $75 million landing. At number 4, Vin Diesel has turned adrenaline and speed into a franchise-fueled fortune. The Fast and Furious saga is one of the most profitable in film history, and Diesel is right at the center, not just as the lead actor, but as a producer and owner of the brand's intellectual property. Diesel earns far more than just a flat fee. Thanks to massive back-end profit deals, he takes a percentage of the global box office, which means every time a Fast movie makes $1 billion, he walks away with tens of millions. But it doesn't stop at the films. Diesel has licensed the franchise into video games, apparel, toys, and streaming spin-offs, all of which add to his ever-expanding income streams. Number 3. Brad Pitt, Hollywood's producer. King estimated earnings, $80 million. At number 3, we find Brad Pitt, a man who's taken his place in front of the camera and turned it into dominance behind the scenes. While many actors wait for roles, Pitt now greenlights the films himself through his award-winning production company, Plan B Entertainment. Plan B is no ordinary outfit. It's produced critically acclaimed, award-winning hits like 12 Years a Slave, Moonlight, The Big Short, and more recently, streaming mega hits for Apple TV Plus and Netflix. Pitt doesn't just get paid to act, he earns producer profits, royalties, and back-end points, stacking millions from each project, whether he stars in it or not. Outside of Hollywood, Pitt has made smart moves in real estate, owning a portfolio of luxury homes across Los Angeles, France, and New York. He also co-owns a French vineyard, Miraval, which he turned into a luxury wine brand. Add in partnerships with high-end fashion and wellness companies, and you've got a diversified empire. Pitt's business model is built on taste and timing. He doesn't chase roles, he builds them. He doesn't follow trends, he sets them. And while other stars may burn fast and fade, Pitt is playing the long game with a strategy that's making him richer with every year. Number 2. Robert Downey Jr., the billion-dollar genius. Estimated earnings, $90 million. Coming in strong at number 2 is Robert Downey Jr., who proved that a second act can be bigger than the first and far more lucrative. After a career reboot through Iron Man, Downey didn't just star in the biggest cinematic franchise of all time, he made sure to own a piece of it. Downey famously negotiated unprecedented back-end deals during his Marvel years. With every Avengers movie, he earned far beyond his salary, taking home tens of millions in profit shares, ultimately netting over $400 million from Marvel alone. But he didn't stop at acting. He launched Team Downey, his own production company, which now develops films, streaming series, and tech-focused content. He's invested in green energy, AI ventures, and next-gen wellness brands, all of which continue to grow in value, even when he's not filming. Downey's approach to Hollywood is part Silicon Valley, part creative visionary. He leverages his fame to multiply his reach, aligning with companies that reflect innovation, sustainability, and futuristic thinking. He's not just acting in blockbusters, he's building the future of entertainment and technology. Number 1. Daniel Craig, Hollywood's secret billion-dollar move-estimated earnings. $100 million. At number 1 is a name that might surprise some. Daniel Craig, whose final performance as James Bond in No Time to Die became one of the most profitable deals in Hollywood history. With a reported payday of $100 million, Craig didn't just act, he owned the moment. So how did he pull it off? Craig negotiated a hybrid deal: salary, back-end points, and massive streaming bonuses tied to the film's performance across multiple platforms. As studios raced to secure content post-pandemic, Craig was one of the first to capitalize on the streaming gold rush, and it paid off. Beyond Bond, Craig has inked lucrative deals for upcoming original films and exclusive streaming content. He's been selective, careful, and strategic with his post-Bond career, focusing on legacy, longevity, and leverage. His production partnerships ensure he keeps earning even when he's not on screen. Craig may have left MI6, but he stepped straight into a boardroom-sized bank account, proving that one smart deal can change everything. These 5 powerhouses aren't just talented actors, they're financial architects, designing business empires one blockbuster at a time. Will Smith's constant reinvention, Vin Diesel's franchise domination, Brad Pitt's producer playbook, Robert Downey Jr.'s futuristic empire, Daniel Craig's masterful one-shot deal. Together, they represent the evolution of Hollywood wealth. But this is just the beginning. With streaming platforms rewriting the rules and actors becoming producers, tech investors, and CEOs, the next wave of mega deals is already in motion. So who's next? Will we see a comedian take the crown? A TikTok breakout land a $100 million franchise? Or will another legend flip the script once again? In Hollywood, fortunes are made behind the scenes, and the biggest paydays. You'll never see them coming. Subscribe for more deep dives into celebrity, empires, hidden deals, and the real money behind the spotlight. Because fame fades, but smart money lasts forever.